Welcome back to math. This is module 3, lesson 13. We're going to compare fractions to a half or one whole. A half or one whole. So we're going to ask ourselves, is a half plus 1/4 greater than, or is it less than, or is it equal to 1? Which one of those would it be? Now, remember, like I've taught you before, we read these just like we do in English, from left to right. We read from left to right. When we hit the bigger end first, it's called greater than. When we hit the point first, it's less than, and everyone knows this is equal, right? So we're reading from left to right. Now say it with me. When we hit the big end first, that's called the greater than. When we hit the point first, it's less than, and this is equal to. So which one of these would be right for our problem here? Okay, now a half is where we have two pieces, right? 1, 2, and so our bottom number is 2. That's how we get this. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, right? And that's how we get that 4. Now I guess if we put a half and a fourth together, we could do that, couldn't we? Let's just draw that out. It's equal to, here's our half, right? And then here's our fourth. I took that piece and put it over there. Do you see that? I'll put it in a little different color, okay? Do you see how I just flipped that over and put it right there? Now, is 1/2 plus 1/4 equal to 1? Does this look like one whole? No, it's not, is it? Because what does one whole look like? Is this equal to that? Because that's one whole, right? It's not equal, is it? So we would have to say it's not equal. What is it? Well, let me redraw that. So the question is, here's our half and our fourth, right? We added those together. A half and a fourth makes this, right? Because here's our fourth here, here's our half here, and this is our 1, right? That's this one. Now, is that greater than? Is this greater than that? Or is it less than that? Or is this equal to that? Which one do you think it is? Greater than, less than, or equal to? Which one? That's right. It is less than. So 1/2 plus 1/4 is less than 1 whole. Because this is only 3/4. So we could write it like 3/4 is less than 1 whole. And we just demonstrated that 3/4 is less than 1 whole. Let's do another one, shall we? Let's take this 1/2 plus 1/4, and we're going to figure out in comparison with the half, okay? So what do I need to do to this? Well, I need to get rid of my sign, and I'm going to get rid of my highlighting, right? How much do I want to highlight? Well, I'm going to highlight this much, right? Now the question is this greater than this? Or is this less than this? Or is it equal to this? Yeah, that's right. It's greater than a half, isn't it? Because there's more of it filled in than this one, right? Okay, what if we did another one? Now let me change it. I'm going to say a half plus, let's say, 6/11. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a circle in here to tell whether we should have less than, greater than, or equal to. We need to put one of these guys in here, okay? And then I'm going to have a 1 whole. How's that sound? So I have 1/2 plus 6/11. Which one of these signs do you think would go in here? Now you're going, wow, I don't even know what a 6/11 is. Okay, that's fair. Let me ask you this. Is 6 half of 11? If I took 2 6s and I added them together, wow. If I took 2 6s and added them together, what would I get? I'd get 12, right? So 6 is half of 12. But this says 6 is over 11. Is that bigger than a half? It is, isn't it? It's just slightly bigger than a half. So that means I have a half here and bigger than a half here. So if I have a half plus bigger than a half, I'm going to say that that is less than, greater than, or equal to. Which one of those signs goes in here? Yes, that's right. It is greater than. Why? Because a half plus bigger than a half makes more than 1 whole, right? Well, if you're going, hey, how do I prove that? Well, you can prove it by doing, you can do it a couple of ways. You could do our way where we multiply 2 times 11 would give us 22, right? They give us 22. And then we do our cross multiplying, right? So 11 times 1 is 11. 11 is what? It's half of 22, isn't it? So if I covered up this half right here, guess what? You got a half. You notice that? Isn't that weird? Anyway, and then I'm going to cross multiply the other way. 2 times 6 is what? 12, right? 12 plus 11 is what? That would be 23 over 22. And what does that 1 equal if we were using 22s? What would this 1 equal if we were using 22s? Well, it'd be 22 over 22, right? So is 23 over 22 equal to 22 over 22? You're saying, no, it's not equal. Which one's bigger? The 23 is bigger, huh? So I'm going to say this, that 23 over 22 is larger than 22 over 22, or this would be 1 and 122. There's 1 hole in there, right? This is a fairly complicated way of talking about math, and I'm just trying to see if you could get the idea of a half plus this thing that's bigger than a half makes more than 1, so this is greater. That's what we're trying to do. Let's do another problem. Let's say we have a third plus a half. And what is that in comparison with 1 whole? Is this bigger than 1 whole? Or is it less than 1 whole? Well, is a third as big as a half? Well, we could use our drawing technique that we did earlier, right? We're going to go this way with this, and we're going to do two vertical lines there. Now, if I added this 1/3, I'm going to change my color, put that there, and I put these here. How much do I have? I have 1, 2, 3/6, right? I'm going to add that to 2/6, right? So that's going to give me 5/6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/6 is that what in comparison with 1 whole? Well, 1 whole in 6 would be what? Would be 6/6. That's right. And which one's larger, the 5/6 or the 6/6? That's right. This is larger than this. The 1 whole is larger than 5/6. So what sign are we going to put inside there? We're going to say 5/6 is less than 1 whole. Good job. Let's do the same problem again, okay? But let's do it a little differently. Let's do this. Let's change this to how about to a half? Would this be easy? A third plus a half is what to a half? Is it greater than, less than, or equal to? Well, you already know if you have a half here and you add anything to it, it's going to be bigger than this, isn't it? So we're going to say 1/3 plus a half is greater than 1/2, right? Good work. Very good. Okay, what if I, let me slip you another problem. Okay, what about 3/6 plus 1/2? Is that greater than 1? Is 3/6 plus 1/2 less than 1? Or is 3/6 plus 1/2 equal to 1? Which one of those do you think is right? What? You said, hey, the bottom number is a 6. What's half of 6? It's a 3. So really, what is this? This is a half plus a half. So what is it? That's right, it's equal to 1, isn't it? Because a half plus a half equals 1 whole. So I thought I might trick you on that one, but you guys saw through that. Good job. On your lesson today, you're just going to be doing things like this. Okay? So give it a try and watch the video again if you need to. I love math.